day 6, I believe. So I did. I just meditated for an hour, and it's more like an hour and 10 minutes. I think there were places where I fell asleep. The beginning of it was the most intense. I mean, this may be because I've done a lot of EFT, emotional freedom techniques, both the tapping form and the optimal EFT, which is more meditative actually. But the beginning of the meditation was very strong. There was a lot of it's like a fire in my guts. It's like a fire inside of me. Now, when I felt, it's like a burning sensation. Now, when I thought about that, I did remember that when I was in the Siddha movement, they talked about the fire of yoga. Yoga being meaning union with the self. Fire of that, burning away old kind of beliefs and things. And I suppose so that was the early bit, and there was a lot of being a people pleaser. That was like being, somebody poured petrol on the flames. It was whoosh, this strong feeling, but it passed quite quickly. And I used tapping as well to assist us through the process. And this idea of a story, the story of me, of who I think I am, a story I hold on to with certain parameters, yeah, like limits, maybe limits that I can't go past. That's my story. So there was some letting go of that, which felt good. Some remembering of things from childhood, trying to impress people. A lot of conscious things that I was conscious of previously, but kind of revisited in a different way. And then there was a moment where I felt quite loving towards myself, me as a being, as an entity. There were some strong moments when I felt like, around the loss, the first time I encountered death, the death of somebody really important to me, I was quite young, relatively young. I mean, I don't know about, I was 10 anyway. I was 10 when that happened, 10, 11, just turned 11. And I talk about it when I speak with groups of students, because it was a big changing point for me to lose my nana. It's always been part of my talks. I kind of realised as well that I've become the kind of adult that I remember her being. I joke around, I can be fun and playful, and sometimes not take things too seriously, And my nana had mental health challenges at various points. I don't fully understand them, but I know that she did. So, yeah, I did it an hour. I meditated for an hour. Things I've noticed, I think there's a climbing centre very close to where I live now. I go there, I have a membership there. And it was very full today. There was loads of people. Normally I go in the afternoons when there's hardly anybody around. And I had a nice time, actually. I chatted to quite a few people. I think I was easier with people today. I think that might be part of this process. I mean, we're day 7, so it's a week. There was a lot of stuff about trying to impress people as well. It's always seemed important to me to impress people, somehow to manage to do that. But then you have the other side of that with the ego, which is where you try and be impressive and it's never good enough. never, never good enough. Because that's the thing about the ego, you know. The story that we tell ourselves about who we are, it has to exist. It has to keep on existing, so it has to have opposites. I don't know, maybe that's not true. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Okay, so day 7, and I did meditate for a full hour. Actually, it turned out to be more than an hour, although for some of that time, I have to admit, I did fall asleep. But it's good anyway. I remember reading somewhere from the Dalai Lama that, you know, like meditation's clearing out the junk in your mind. So I think I cleared out some junk. Let's hope so. Okay. Bye.